Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Omega and Byzantium. So the turn is 4,974. Wow, I just realized we are 26 turns away from 5,000 turns, Jesus Christ. Year 461 AD, and we are back with 1,001,350 people. We finally did it! And all I got was a lousy notification telling us that we have now 1 million souls. But still better than nothing, you know. I was expecting something more, a great person, or I don't know. But hey, we got our notification and we managed to get where I wanted to get. We're also above 2,000 points in score, which is also amazing. Now, what's not amazing is that you can see that we are starting to have cities that require research to be put there, as we literally have nothing there to build that would be of any significance. Now, that might not be entirely true, but oh hey, okay, I missed the forest here. I don't know, does it require something? Because it wasn't there before. Okay, it requires flowers. Okay, now I can get the forest. Okay, cool. So that is actually something that we will get to be built, but as you can see, that is probably literally the only thing. Okay, so now we can build it in every city, but that's still fine, you know. I don't mean that's a bad thing, but yeah, we got research available as the only option. I could put it, you know, in the treasury if I wanted to, but that's not something I desire. Apart from that, we're doing kind of good. All the cities, as you can see, are growing. Ludgolain is now on the warehouse, and then the ice house, which are going to store 8% of the accumulated food for the growth, which is something that is really important. It's going to grow in 57 turns to population 4, which I believe is 500 people. As far as Constantinople, it's currently building a mining camp that we're gonna go with the ancient customs, and then, you know, the usual counting stakes, roper, talistone, lumber camp. But then I'm shadowing the warehouse and ice house as well. I realize that these are actually extremely important for the growth, so I'm trying to put them into our cities as fast as possible. What I also did is that I realized that I have a huge amount of captives in Constantinople, so I decided to send 6 down to Constantinople and 6 additional ones to Ludgolain to speed up, you know, the development there and have the cities grow slightly faster. Now, as we have a negative income right now, I'm not going to found a new city. Wow, that sounds weird. The future I will found? I don't know, you found a city, but will you found a city? It just doesn't seem right to me. But I'm not thinking about creating another city at this point. But when we do, we have a couple of possibilities. Now, one of them is over here, which might sound counterintuitive, but yes, it would be another border city. Or we could go further south. There is actually quite a lot of things here. And if we, for example, position it here, we would get access to natron, figs, horses, horses and cotton. The only issue is that look at how far it is from our capital. That would be insane. So this position would be much closer. And this is actually an issue I have, that to get to us, for example, from the Babylonian territory, you need to conquer pretty much 4-5 cities at least. To get there from here, only Antioch has to fall. Now, Antioch has a huge amount of walls on it, but we're still kind of vulnerable here. And again, I know that Ludgolain and Constantinople are not ideal growth cities, but they're border cities, you know, so building another one here, or actually even here, would be beneficial. Alternatively, we can go ahead and what's wrong? Come on, game. And you got stuck. Alternatively, we could, you know, try to settle along the coast, but we're having enough issues with Ludgolain as it is. Or I can go crazy and just found it here in the middle of the desert with dates. You know, that's reminds me of Life of Brian. What are your people to eat? Anyway, for this episode, we know that we want to get the horse archery, the stirrups, and then we are gonna go with medieval lifestyle. I'm really interested in whether or not we will be able to get it as the first people, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. If not, then that kind of sucks, but whatever. You know, it's life, and I would even like to see that someone will, rise up to the challenge and get it first. That would be kind of fun. So anyway, you guys can go over here, and that's all there is. Yep. So let's end the turn, and I'll see you in one turn with mounted archery. Or not. I'll see you with Nebuchadnezzar II, who wants us to convert to Kemetism. Well, we won't.
Horse and bow warfare is learned from birth by the barbarians. 10 of our subjects cannot equal one of them.
The Imperial Missive cited in Pushing Beyond the Pale the Yamato conquest of the Emishi and northern Japan. Interesting. Well, the suite to cavalry tactics, which is a Renaissance technology, and dragoons, that's the end of the height of the horsemen. And this literally just gives us couchers and horse units. Ballista elephant. Okay, that is kind of excessive, but let me see. Does it require something? It requires siege weapon workshop, animal trainer elephant, and I think we have all of this technology, so could we? It has a city bonus attack. Could we? I know that's crazy. Wait, where are you guys? Okay, so it doesn't seem to be possible to upgrade the elephant to that. But could we maybe... Oh yeah, we need to build something up here, don't we? Let me check Constantinople with you to see if there is something here from the new tech. Okay, so I don't see the elephant ballista, which is kind of funny. Oh, I see the mounted infantry here. 6, wow. 47 XP to start with. And horse crossbowmen with 5. Okay, the mounted infantry, what does it do? Grassland attack, plains attack, desert attack. Bad in forest, swamp, and jungle. And 50% against archers. You get grassland, plains. You get bonus against archers. Okay. Then you get the deer archers. No, we do have the ballista elephant here. Okay. Well, that is fun. And how long do they take to train? 1 turn. Okay, I'm actually really tempted to get a couple of these and just send them out. 5 XP for each one of them. Hopefully they're gonna be 400. Yeah, we can build more than one, and that's gonna... If we make them into battalions, if the game allows it, we will be able to send them out to create some really decent defensive unit. Anything here that we could get? Mounted archers. You can get us the mounted infantry. So get me this. We'll strengthen our army a bit. So let's get 6 of these. And the other ones with the research, you can also get me this. How much would for... Yeah, this is looking like a pretty good thing. Okay, and the same with you. You can get me the forest. And then get me... For some reason you cannot build them. You can get the llama rider, but you can get the deer archer. So get me some deer archers. It's gonna be fun. We'll have some deer archers running around. Cool. Okay, so I'll see you in 11 turns with Stirrup. which I believe might give us just more units. Yeah, actually it does gives a night stable. Okay, new mounted units receive +3 experience points and some cultures. Well, I mean, we're just scraping the barrel. We're trying to get what we can before we get the medieval lifestyle. So, see you in 11 turns. Turn 4985, year 470 AD, and we are 1 turn away from Stirrup. So what's new? Well, I'm gonna start by our youngest additions. Constantinople has finished the ancient customs, getting a pretty decent bonus to pretty much everything. So now has a production of 77 hammers and 26 food breads, which is putting it into a pretty nice place. Towerstone, Roper, Lumber Camp will be done very soon, and then it's gonna jump to the warehouse and ice house because we want to save as much growth as possible here. It has a ton of possibilities what to do afterwards, so I'll have to decide what is right for it. Ludgo Lane has finished also the warehouse. Now it's finishing up the ice house, and I made sure that it will get the high walls because, you know, quite honestly, it's a border city, so that 105% defense in case of an attack would be fairly good. But again, we're starting to prioritize the community garden, so that is coming next with 7 food, which is pretty much an entire tile worth for us. So I'm looking forward to that. The same is gonna happen in Constantinopolis. It is here? No, it's not. So let me shadow it. Yep. After the warehouse and ice house, the community garden is going to be the priority. Apart from that, we have finished a number of new military units that are going to facilitate border patrol. I don't know if I can find any because you know how that is, but we got at least 2. Oh yeah, here's one. The ballista elephants. I actually was able to put all of the units into a battalion's worth. So the ballista elephants have 19.5 in strength, which is amazing. We got 2 of those. Not sure if we can find the other ones. We probably won't, but we got deer archers here. Again, a battalion. It's 12 strength. Those are just elephant riders. We have riders too. I don't know if I will be able to find those. Oh, here's mounted infantry. Okay, so that's a different one, but again, strength of 15. And we had the mounted archers here as well somewhere, but okay, here's the second mounted infantry, so 15 strength as well. I mean, it's pretty amazing, really giving us quite a lot of boost to our security on the border. I've seen them in some combat already, and it's really nice. I think we're still producing somewhere. Yeah, we're building the horse crossbowmen over here. Or, oh, I might be mistaken, because we got the horse crossbowmen already here to rock. They have a strength of 9 alone, so once we get 3 of those, we are going to unite them. And yeah, Vodena is building the mounted infantry. We have already 1 unit there ready, so yeah, a bunch of extra units are going to be patrolling, which is amazing. I think that due to the fact that we got so much money, we might eventually go around and try to see if we can upgrade some of our units. Unfortunately, we can't, it seems, but well, we'll see. Okay, there are some, like here we could improve the eastern javelins to skirmishes, but the question is if that is worth it, because if I recruited this unit again, I would just simply get 5 experience points for it immediately. Same with some of the other ones that we probably have here or there, which, you know, would be good, but unless they are really old school veterans, the new units are going to be simply just better, which is what we have seen happen all the time. The Warlord Chief here is actually really rocking the boat. It has not that much. It has Might 2 and Combat 2, but it has 2 extra skills, Heroic and one other, I think, somewhere. pacifist for some reason. I don't know how you got that. But on the other hand, this one is a really good unit that I've seen in combat a number of times. I'm looking if I have some other examples here, but no. I guess all the units that we had were, you know, redistributed and stationed. Oh, here we got the other ballista elephants. Yeah, 19.5. So cool. Oh, that's what's going on. Other than that, our cities are growing. You can see that if they're not producing the military units, they are producing lumber mills, nature altars, coliseums, and stuff like that. Our food production has increased kind of dramatically as we prioritize it, sort of. So we are now at 5,947, really closing on that 6,000 mark. Gold production 17,491, and manufactured goods almost 2,000, almost 8,200. Population is at 1,011,850, and we will have one of the cities grow next turn. I think it was Ankara, but I don't remember. And Triadica is very close. Adrianople is very close. Vodena is very close. Laodicea, Amorium, Iconium, Antioch. So you can see there's quite a lot of growth. Zembria. But where is Ankara? I am blind. Or it might have already grown and I just don't see it because... Ah! Ankara has already grown. Okay, it's now at population 22 with that done. Okay, so I think I'm going to end the turn here. And we're going to see the Stirrup, after which we have a simple, easy goal to get into the medieval lifestyle. And hopefully we're going to be the first one.
If you speak the truth, have a foot in the stirrup.
Okay, so for the second time we are just getting technology that is pretty much just allowing us to get a number of specialized units. We can get the light cavalry, which we should be able to get pretty easily. We have the Savannah cavalry, which we could also get if we had Hausa culture, and the other ones all require certain culture. We are getting the Knight Stable, which is pretty good. That's a +3 flat bonus to all of your mounted units. And oh, that replaces stables. Okay. And then a bunch of cultures that I'm not that interested in because they are not ours. So with that said, okay, you finished the Weather Vanes. Maze ceremony. Okay, I've never seen this this building before, or I don't think. What can you build? You can get me the paved roads. Get me the farm for corn. Farm for eggplant. I need to keep you busy for at least a couple turns. Angora rabbit. Can get me this one. Oh, porcelain workshop is actually a really valuable one. So let's get that one done. Rhinobad, Odeon. Lumber now, and then guard tower. And the stables will come afterwards. Grove in Nicomedia is finished. Yeah, this is where we are starting to kinda lose stuff to build. So you're gonna start with the Florist, then the Knight Stable. Well, we don't need the athletic field, so we're gonna build the City Gatehouse and we're gonna build the guardhouse afterwards. And that's it. That's it for this turn. And you can see we're back to positive numbers, which is really, really good. So, with that said, that the medieval lifestyle is coming next. I'm really interested. I just want to check that nobody has it at this point, that we have a chance of getting it. Yep, they're missing quite a lot of technology, and I think that you need stuff like poetry and other. That's why we decided to get it. So we should really be the one that will... Yeah, I think we're gonna be the first one. I actually try to think back, and I have a feeling that someone was faster than us with the ancient lifestyle, but I'm not sure. I think it happened. Either it was the sedentary lifestyle or the classical lifestyle. One of those was snatched by someone. So hopefully the medieval lifestyle will be ours, and then we'll have to decide on what we're gonna go with. So see you in, wow, 25 turns. Well, I mean, that's a major technology. It's going to be a major game changer for us. So it's not like I can, ignore that. So, see you then. Turn 5008, year 488 AD, and we are one turn away from medieval lifestyle. We've done it! We are going to enter a new age of medieval lifestyle. But before we go there, I get a couple of things, couple of points, couple of information that I would like to share with you. So let's start with that. First of all, Constantinople is now at population 26, meaning we have 150,000 people living in our capital city. Now, I know that is not that much, but I see it as a huge success. Considering we started our civilization with 100 people living actually in Constantinople, and now just there we have 150,000 people, and everywhere else additional, 900,000 people living in other cities. This is a huge success. You also notice that I got a couple of military units here. Actually, all of them are horse archers. Now, I finished a quest that the game has given me, which was a build, I think 15 or 20 stables, and then it offered me 3 rewards. 2 of those were awful, honestly, but one of those was you get 16 units of horse archers, and I decided that I'm going to take those. I've actually turned them into an entirely new type of unit for myself. This is not a battalion, this is force. Okay, so we have put 3 into a battalion, then another 3 into battalion, and then another 3 into battalion, and then from those 9 we've created a force of horse archers. Then I had enough over to actually get 2 extra battalions of horse archers. So we got 1 force and 2 battalions, and then we had 1 unit left over. But that 1 unit was, a bit too little. So I didn't know what to do with it. The main reason was because, unfortunately, you will notice that these units have nothing. They got only the bamboo armor, but no, extra skills or anything. So they're purely just units without any experience. So I wanted to create another battalion, but turns out I can't. With the units that I created here, 3 of those, we cannot even with those create an actual battalion. So I don't know, this is the thing I was mentioning. Like with these it worked perfectly, with these ones it's not working. I think there's a little bug in the system or something. But I wanted to show you this entire thing. So not only do we have a number of, mounted infantry and elephant ballistas running around, but now we'll have a force of horse archers. These ones are going to get much stronger as they gain experience. I'm going to send them on border patrol, and I'm also going to send you guys on border patrol. Wait, I can't. What's up with that? So we go on border patrol, and what about you guys? You also need to go on border patrol. Huh, that's weird. I don't know why I can't. So I'm just gonna take them out of the city. Okay, and now I can send them into a border patrol. Okay, then you guys are also gonna go on border patrol. And then these ones, unfortunately, I really don't know what to do with them. I also need to take you guys out. I don't know. I think they're gonna, take the orders in the upcoming turn, but I'm not sure what to do with these ones. So these ones, which is just a small unit, I'm gonna automate as well. And these guys, I'm gonna keep them in the city in the hopes that eventually next turn they are going to be able to be turned into battalion. If not, then I'm gonna send them out as individual units. I've also got a captive civilian here. Our border patrols actually raised one of the barbarian cities. I think it was, yeah, it was here. And they raised it, and we got a captive, not only a couple of captive military units, but also a captive civilian. So I wanted to show it to you, and we are going to have it join Constantinople, which now thus has population of 3. So together with the other, wait, I need to look at the domestic, right? Yeah. With the other city of Rudgowain, we get 2 cities with population 3, 2 cities with population 7, 1 with population 8, then 4 with population 9, 1 with 10, 1 with 12, 1 with 14, 1, 2, 3 with population 15, 2 with population 16, 1 with 17, 4 with population 18, 1 with 19, 1 with 20, 2 with 22, 2 with 24, 1 with 25, and 1 with 26. How amazing is that? I'm really happy about that. Okay, and apart from that, not much else to be said. I've actually sped up the medieval lifestyle by like 2 turns by turning a number of our cities into focusing on research, because they literally have nothing to build. I've even built many of the buildings that increase the fire risk or the fire hazard in our cities, and there really isn't anything that I would want to build now. I've even built the ballroom in Constantinople, which is a horrible building, but I've built it anyway. So let's end the turn and hear it for medieval lifestyle. I'm really interested in what we're gonna see there, and whether or not we are the first ones to get it. That's also an important thing that should come into our equation. Yes, we are in medieval era. Nice. It looks so dreary though.
At his most characteristic, medieval man was not a dreamer nor a wanderer. He was an organizer, a codifier, a builder of systems.
By C.S. Lewis. Well, medieval lifestyle gives us a couple of things. I'm first going to start by these. The medieval lifestyle gives you education absurd, which is for when your education drops at below 1,000 or minus 1,000. That's the thing. Minus 1,000. It pretty much kills production of your city. Then we got education knowledgeable, which is when you get more than 1,000. Okay. And that greatly boosts your production. Unfortunately, it also increases food that you need by 40%. But you get 2 free specialist, extra birth rate, 20% extra production, gold, science, an extra flat 6 to bonus in science, plus 10% trade route yield, 2% great general emergence, and minus 6 fire hazard. That's actually interesting. Okay, but the important part is, before it was plus 250, and now we need to get to 1,000, which is way more than we had to do before. And education knowledge medieval, which means that every single... for every population you have in your city, you lose 3 education per turn. Okay. And it gives us tourism level 3, exists above 50. So we get extra income and culture, but extra crime, disease, and squalor. So this is what's giving pollution to air and land. Okay. Cool. So that's something that is for us to know. We also are getting Might 4, which is something really good, and that gives plus 6 strength to your unit. So I have a couple of units that could actually benefit from this really heavily. We're also obsoleting an insane amount of buildings. Mostly it's the astrological influences. No, actually it's only the astrological influences. Okay, so those are obsolete. The first to discover this gets free technology. Hopefully that's us. Worldview slavery gets penalties. A lot of folklore gets extra penalties in science, but gives us more culture. Okay, is it all folklore? Well, is it really all folklore? Huh, okay. Well, it is. Enables Might 4 and leads to theology, engineering, civil service, fire brigade, smithing, and vassalage. So now the moment of truth. Yes! We were the first to discover medieval lifestyle. So we can choose a free technology and... Damn, I can't... Oh, I was hoping that I would be able to look at it, but I'm not. So okay, engineering, would give us extra construction of 1 in every village. Allows us to train crossbowmen, heavy ballista, trebuchet, food train, supply chain, and a bunch of other units. Gives us a ton of extra buildings. Enables desert worker free, forest worker free. It's the surveying, alchemy, yeomanry, or civil service, which enables bureaucracy and gives us 1 extra income from every single village. It also gives us quite a lot of buildings and leads to bureaucracy, which is not something that I would really want. We've already established that, but feudalism is something that I would like. Negroism, first to discover this, receives a free great profit. Can be only researched 1 inch a game. Well, oh, so that's same with Confucianism and Taoism. Those are religions. And then we got theology, enables theocracy and religious education. Yeah, religious education is something that I really like. Okay, also gives us a couple of buildings. Fire brigades, smithing gives a lot of buildings and units, and then vassalage. Can train aristocrat, dharmapla, can construct samurai castle, and culture leads to feudalism. It can be researched by a great statesman. Well, okay, quite honestly, I think we're gonna go with the engineering, because that's gonna give us the most buildings. We're also gonna get extra production, and we're gonna start researching the vassalage. Because I would like to get vassalage. It's 23. Oh, actually, this one takes only 19 turns. This one takes 23. And this one gives us 0 things to build, really. So engineering will allow us to actually use that time, you know, to do something. Well, okay, let's go with engineering. That was always my prime target, so let's go with that one. And now we can see the big picture. Well, great game. So engineering will give us, yes, there is a ton of buildings that it's gonna give us. So we're gonna look at that. And I think that we want feudalism and vassalage next, because feudalism gives a ton of things. Falconry school, grand estate, castle keep, grand manor, squatter camp, crime, poaching, and a bunch of cultures. But it also gives us vassal levies. Yeah, it gives a ton of new things. Vassal levies, feudal, and serfdom. Yeah, that's gonna completely change our situation. Civil service, not bad. It gives a bunch of buildings which are really nice, especially something like the servant school with that education bonus. But I think we want feudalism next. And then we're gonna go with civil service, theology, execution, Jesus Christ, gallows, rudder. Does it finally allow caravan sea movement? No. I don't know which are the first units that allow us to move to the sea. Because that's something... Oh wow, plague medicine, doctor's office, disease control 4, and a doctor. Armored cavalry. Yeah, okay, so engineering and then vassalage, feudalism, and done.
A designer knows he has achieved perfection, not when there is nothing left to add, but when there is nothing left to take away.
That is actually a really important quote, because a lot of people think that complexity is the hallmark of design, but that's actually couldn't be further from the truth. Simplicity is the hallmark of design. So engineering allows us, well, actually it obsoletes log roller system, stone bridge, and watchtower, and we can now create White House on a coral reef and Great Barrier Reef, get extra production from villages, we get desert worker and forest worker free, and it gives us crossbowmen, heavy ballista, trebuchet, food train, supply train. Oh, Chukonu! I remember that one. Is it from Age of Empires? Wow, a long time since I last seen you anywhere. And a bunch of specialized units. Here we have the buildings enabled. Castle. Okay, lowers crime significantly and it gives extra protection for a city. Covered bridge gives you extra gold. Okay, so that's a boost to what we already have. Castle drawbridge, extra trade route and trade route yield. Okay. Engineering school, extra education and protection. Costs a lot for maintenance, but with architecture, surveying, civil engineering, megastructure engineering, ecological engineering, marine architecture, orbital megastructures, lunar megastructures, planetary megastructures, atomic scale engineering, and colony archaeology gives progressively more and more production. Then we got Castle Gatehouse, lowers crime significantly. Keep Tower. Okay, that's a... replaces Watchtower. Okay, so that's a bonus to that. Moats. Okay. Ballista Turret. And this one is for Christianity, Citadel, and Catacombs. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at our cities. Have they changed, or will they change? Yeah, I think they still haven't updated the graphics. We'll have to take another turn because this still looks ancient. But okay, what can Constantinople build? 3 things. Covered bridge, which will give us extra science. Engineering school, okay, that gives production on science. And keep tower. Cool, so let's start with the engineering school. Then we're gonna get the... Oh, and I forgot about castle. Just 3 turns. Okay, so let's start with the castle. Anything else here? Nope. So castle, engineering school, then the... Keep... That sounds weird. I would say that... Well, I guess keep tower is... Okay, and that's 21 turns. Okay, so then we're gonna have 1 extra. You can run anything like that, so then let's go with wealth. Would that be the same for other cities like Patra? Yep, castle, then engineering school, keep tower, and then provide me with wealth. Who else do we have? Research of Odena. Castle, engineering school, keep tower, and then wealth. Iconium, same. Castle, engineering school, keep tower, and then wealth. Is that all? Or anyone else has just research? Nope, I think that's all. Yeah, that is all. And what changed? Well, now we have to actually look at our stats. And every city from Triadica low, or Triadica down, has an issue with education. So we need to boost education in all of these cities. And Dyrrhachium could also be boosted. I do wonder, do you get compound bonuses or just 1? Conceptual. So you should have education, knowledge base. Okay, medieval, these ones are disabled. Education knowledgeable. Yep, that's the... Yeah, and the other ones are disabled. So knowledgeable is the one that we're actually getting. Look at that, 150 extra science points, 6.24 gold, 36 extra production, 29 great person generation, and lowers the issues with crime and disease. But how about, for example, well, let's look at Justinianopolis or Theodosiopolis, which have lower education. Do you get the... Okay, cool. So you still get the cultivated. That's at least fine. I was afraid that it would be disabled, but it's not. It's there. It's just less of a bonus. So we now have to aim at getting higher education in all of our cities. So 250 is the first threshold, and if we get to about 1,000 in all of our cities, we'll maximize our production. Good. And that makes me sad that I actually defeated some of those bards, but, you know, doesn't matter. While we're here, you can see that there's no problems with disease or crime anywhere, which is good. So, this is up. That's all for this episode, yeah, and I really cannot turn you into a unified battalion, so I'll just send you out and have you deal with it on your own. So, automate city. Wait, did I say automate city defense? Yeah, you were supposed to automate border patrol. I'm gonna do the same. Okay, you guys go here and automate border patrol. And then the two other ones. 1, 2, 3, and extra strength. Go here. Oh, okay, that helped with each of them. And the other one as well. Oh, you can't. Okay, so let's send you here. I think we might have too many units under border patrol. Okay, assassins 13 are at might 3. Okay, can you... Oh, there's a great engineer here. Well, let's kill him. Why wouldn't we take that advantage? You can pillage here. Pillage one more time. You can build me some road here. Can do the same thing here. Same thing here. And that's it for the turn. So thank you very much for joining me for this episode. I'm really happy. In the next one, we're probably gonna finally see what the medieval cities looks like. But till then, you guys take care. I'm actually gonna look through these technologies and create some sort of you know, some idea for ourselves what we want to go through. For now, it's gonna be the vassal. Well, actually, let's go vassalage, feudalism, and civil service. Those are gonna be the first 3, and then I'm gonna decide on what's coming next. But there's a. Well, this one is actually fairly short, much shorter than, for example, the classical lifestyle. And then comes the Renaissance, which is gonna be even worse. Yeah, we need 2,500 to get the acumen education. How much do you need for this one? This is omniscience, I think. 35,000. Okay, well, good luck with that. So, see you next time.